and Irish Premier League. My first match, and all I know, well, today my opponent's called Neil Dobbs. There are about six people in the league. I should pull up a league table. Okay, there's my opponent. But I can remember Brendan Burgess, Sean Casey, Neil Dobbs. Let's get the toolbar here. We can see the screen. And I've never met, no, we want to get that. Okay, and there we go. Yeah, I've never met my opponent. I think I've heard his name, but it's funny to play these Irishmen who are sort of close by, but I've never seen them at English tournaments. Okay. Took a little while over the 5-3. Do need to come up, but I think that making the bar is better, because otherwise I'm going to leave. I'm not sure, but I'm going to make the bar. If I come up to the 23 point, then I leave a blot on the 11 and the 9, leaving a bunch of numbers. I don't know, it actually seems obvious to do this, but then when you look at what you really need to do, then coming up with that checker that's stuck seems very sensible. Okay, I can just come out all the way, actually, and hope to be missed by 5s and 1s, or I can stay back, but then I'm facing the same problem. I don't think this is that clear, actually. So I'm safe, and I've got a launching pad from the 23 point. At least I can get out with 6s, as long as he doesn't make the 8 point, that is. Or I can come up to the 21 with any 2. I'm feeling, because I'm not leading so much in the race, that actually I need to play a bit carefully and play 13-7 and not just lose a massive tempo. Then the other thing to consider, if I come out, then perhaps I'm duplicating some of his 5s, because some 5s he will need to use to come out from the 21 point. I'm going to do this. One of the other factors, there's lots of factors, is the fact that if my opponent hits me with a 5, he's making very good use of the 5 because it unstacks a heavy point. So he would have hit me. So like I said, now I can still roll a 6, 6-2, 6-3, 6-4, 2. So a lot of my 2s are duplicated, actually. The 6-5. Now I'm further ahead in the race, and my opponent's already unstacked one of those checkers. So maybe hitting with a 5, we could argue, is not as valuable for him. He's desperate to come out now as well, because I've got more builders on him. What I didn't do, that's annoying, is I didn't start XG. Oh, okay. Seems to have started fine. So he's going to hit and go to the 6 point. That seems sensible. He's having a little think. Actually, I'm not sure what he's thinking so much. He's going to hit and what? Either play 9-7 or 8-6. Which is... Okay, what's happened to my connection? So that's what I would have played 8-6, but I was wondering why Neil was taking so much time over. I think there wasn't something massive. He still needs to come out from behind a very heavily stacked 4 prime. He's only got 3-point board, so of course, if he wants to double, I know I'm going to take. But he didn't double. So he's taking his time now. He was playing very quickly at the beginning. So 2 has to come to the edge. I could play 7-6 to get a crossover. But I'm not. I'm not going to do it. I don't know why. So now he's hit and come out. He can certainly double. I will certainly take. Being not very many pips behind and being at the edge of his prime. Okay. In the absence of being able to escape, I make a 3rd point in board, not the next best point. So again, he should probably double just because he can roll. Most of his rolls are good. And in fact, probably none of his rolls are bad. And he can lose his market. It's very sort of cagey now. Okay. Cagey in the sense that he's taking a lot of time. So he probably doesn't want to leave a shot. He sees that. And now I'm going to be passing. Unless I roll like... I wonder if I roll 6-4, then I'll be 108. No, that'll be way down. Okay, but double 4... And then I suppose I don't want a 3rd block. I haven't really thought. So now I'm going to be 10 pips down. So inherent in the decision is whether or not I'm going to be taking anyway. And I was just thinking about the double 4 itself, just trying to make the best play.
Your opponent doubles.
I don't know what he did with the voice. So I'm only 10 pips down now. That's the problem. The problem is that I probably am going to have to take... Although, let me just be careful about this. So I've only got 1 checker there, which means it's vulnerable. And then what I would do is go through the dice rolls. So for him, of course, double 1 is good, however he wants to play it. 2-1 is good, 3-1 is good, 4-1 is good, 5-1 is good, and 6-1 is not so good. Double 2 is okay, 3-2. Okay, so it doesn't look that friendly, actually. When you go through 4-2, 5-2 is safe. 6-2, he could even clear the midpoint if he wanted. Not sure if that would be right. So actually, when you go through the numbers, you see that you really don't have much to hang your hat on. So I think passing is very reasonable. And okay, so he's going to hit with the 2nd and probably just come around to the 10 point, actually, or not. Making the deuce, making the 4 is an option, but leaves lots of blots. My first instinct was to come around to the 10 point. I don't know why, just because it leaves everything relatively safe. This is a bit deep. So what I notice is that I've got, if he makes the 2 point, I've still got a better board than him. Which might indicate that making the board is not that valuable. Although you could say that if your opponent has a much better board than you, then it's incumbent on you to equalize the board strengths. Okay, so he's definitely, you know, because I'm taking time, Neil's taking time, I think, is what's going on here. That's the dynamic sort of thinking. The more I look at it, this one I didn't actually see. This looks good. The more I looked at it, the more I want the more I might have made the 2 point, actually. So I could hit, but it puts a checker over his other loose checker in my board, the one on the 4 or the one on the 21 point. So, because I want to unstack, I think I'm going to do that. Double one. Well, he probably should clean up if he can, and then play 21-20. So that puts him way in the lead in the game. 4-5, I can just escape to a winning race. 4-3, he's very happy to make the anchor. And play down because it gives him so many extra good dice rolls next go. So this is fantastic, of course, combined with the 4-5. I had 2 men back and now 0. It's a little bit glitchy today. I don't know whether that's the stream or... So I'm only 9 pips up, which isn't going to be enough. Maybe 12 or 13 would be enough without the bar point. I don't know, something like that. But it's not something that's that important. If you get it wrong, you're only going to get it slightly wrong. There are more important things, I think, in BG. So even if I doubled this, it would probably be no more than like maybe a 0.08 kind of thing. But it wouldn't be that bad. So he's definitely overthinking that. I think he's now seen that he can come to the 18 point, but I don't think he should. So I could have played 13-8 there. I'm not sure how you decide, but you basically want to cover your the empty spots in your board, but you also want to bring checkers down. I think since my race lead isn't so great, this is a bad roll because I can't cover the 4 point. Since my race lead isn't so great, then it's not that important for me to bring the checkers down from the 13. Because one of the things that might happen is that my opponent might end up running off the anchor, and when he does, I need a really strong board. So still not getting to a double. Now I cover the 4 point, but at the cost of using one of the spares from the 6. Actually, maybe it's because I'm not... that will make the volume... Is it too loud? If anyone can... So 6-3, I don't have to. Am I going to? So there's definite value in playing 13-4, which is kind of what I really want to do. And I think I have to do it. I think I would do it just if I was playing like at speed. I would just do this because if this goes well, I think I can get to a double. Downside is that all numbers are hitting, all the 6 numbers. But now, I mean, my opponent could probably take, but it's a nice cube for me. He should stay. He should definitely stay. I think what Neil is doing is he's like setting it up, just setting the position up on the board and seeing what it looks like. But he's taking his time. He's getting. Sometimes we get kind of sucked into a play, which I get. I don't think it's. I mean, it's easy for the person that's not making that play, but it just seems that it's not necessary. I mean, I can't understand what you could be, how much you could be thinking here, other than just having a look and seeing what it jogs in you, the pattern kind of recognition. But he's just got sucked in like a. Anyway, finally, and I didn't want to do that. So he's very happy he stayed. If he doesn't roll a 6, he can stay again. But of course, this is a bad number. So we can see he's actually winning, probably, I would say. When you stay in those situations, you prevent your opponent from taking off checkers. So I can't remember exactly what I rolled, but if I'd have rolled a 6 something, I wouldn't have been able 6-1. Not a 6-1, like a 5-2, let's say. I would have had to have played 6-1, 6-4, and not taken any checkers off. How is the volume, guys? Any volume? Is the volume good? Because I had the microphone away. I'm a big stickler for volume. Here's another 5-3. And then, okay, that's a misclick. So he's just going to do that hit back. So I could, in fact, I fancy playing 6-4. Even though I've only got 2 men back, he's got 3. The anchor's maybe not going to achieve that much. Yeah. This could be a little bit naughty, but I just don't want him to make the anchor. Okay. He's going to make the
You
anchor.
have a checker on the bar. Illegal move. Illegal move.
I don't know what the fuck he did to the voice. I don't know. So 5-1, I think, just either comes to the 18. So what you really want to do is play 24-18, but it leaves a shot. This, I think, is probably not as good because of the resulting stacks. I'm going to try this. I'm behind in the race. I don't want to just play 13-8. Kind of like his 5-1 play. I'm duplicating the 1. The only downside is that I give him a really good 4. My camera's gone. No one told me. No one cares. So that I can either oh, there we go, we're back. I can either make the 20 but the 4 and then do something with the 4, or I can make the 20 and play 22-18. So the decision is whether or not I prefer the 20 to the 18. And I think I prefer the 20. One reason, because I'm just down in the race. Actually, I'm not sure. Do I prefer... Volume is good, thank you. Ah. So is that Graham... Graham from the old days. Can't remember your surname. Well, I've got into the vortex here, so I'm just spinning. I don't know what were maybe I'll make the 18 just because. Can he make the 18? He's got. Okay, no, I'm changing my mind. So he's got a lot of checkers on the 8 point that he could use to hit me, but he's only got 2 checkers on the mid. So if he makes the 18, he either has to roll double 1 or double 6 or double 3 or break the mid with 6-1. Graham from very recent. Okay. So 6-5, yeah, perfectly logical. Trying to get his checkers out. He's ahead in the race. So I'm pleased now, I think, that I made the 20 instead of the 18. So that's not as logical, but that does achieve something. I mean, possibly what achieves is that he gets me to, I'll probably come in, but I might not be able to cover the blots on my 5 point, and then he can hit it and then get his checkers around more quickly. I don't think he needs to do that. I think this is a much safer way of proceeding. Not sure about that 4. It seems natural, but kind of you want to come out. Same idea as the 4-1. Is it a 4-1 or the 6-5? Sorry. So 3-5. Now I can just hit. I'm not sure. So I'm looking at, he's got 2 blots in board. I can hit. What? It's still not great. He could still roll 3-4, 3-2, 3-3. And if I don't hit and just play, maybe I could even play 13-8, then some of his numbers are not going to be great. This is tricky. Slightly favor hitting. Yeah, okay, I'm going to hit. I'm not sure. There's... Okay, so 2-6. Yeah, I mean, I'm not that happy about that. Even though he's got 2 blots in board, I've got a blot as well. Okay, but now it's a different story. Even though I'm 17 pips down, I can just cover. And he's got no structure. Of course, he's got 2 blots. He should be taking. Should be a pretty easy take.
You stop all your opponent takes.
So we get to hit, and then the 1 probably just for diversity, as in not putting a 3rd checker on the 20 point. Double 2. Okay, I'm still okay. I've still got the anchor. Okay, so that's an easy play. Now he probably has to double hit. Does he? He'd like to come out, but there's no 5. You can't come out and play 8-3, I don't think. If you're going to play 8-3, you have to, have to do that. So that's nice for him. He gets to cover. Well, I wouldn't play 10-7, but the first thing you need to do is play 8-3 and then think about 3. You could do this. I didn't see this. In fact, maybe I would. Seems important to make the 10 point. Okay, I'm not displeased. I get to have all checkers on points that on a point that I'm able to escape from. I think he just has to play that behind. And 3-1 doesn't really do a hell of a lot apart from make the 4. But it's okay to make the 4. I think on balance I prefer to keep the bar. Okay, that's a nice play, which I didn't actually see. Makes complete sense. He's got a strong board. He duplicates 5s, my own 5s. So I have no alternative but to switch, and my opponent's doing pretty well. Well, since playing 17-11 leaves 6s anyway, he should probably just come out, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure. This is a lot of shots. It's 20 plus 3-2, 3-1, that's 24, plus double 2 is 25. 25, maybe it's only 25. Now, if I don't get to hit the checker on the 11, maybe he can make it. And then, yeah, my rolls play much worse this way. So 3-1 would have just hit. And now I have to do that. And my opponent's favourite, I think. I think he's playing well. You see, people can play well when they just take a little bit of time. There's the only difference between a good player and a okay, I think I'm going to have to just come out. Could play 6-3, 3-1. Could play 2 down, but that leaves 2 blocks. Okay, I'm definitely in trouble. I don't think he should double, but I mean, I don't think he should double. He just comes out again. So he's been trying to do this the whole game. Whoa. Why would you do that? Why is that? How can that be a misclick? No, whoa. He just should come out. This is a big blunder. So he's playing so well. Why did he do that? Because he didn't want to leave a double shot, of course, but okay, he's got away with it. So my blot on the 1 point is still causing me a lot of sorrows. He's not going to be able to double, I don't think. Although the fact that redouble, but the score actually suggests the opposite. And now he's lost his market by an absolute mile, and it's probably closer to too good than anything. So he can handle a 3. He should just play on, like he doesn't even think about it. So I think it's probably too good. And where are we? So another splitting. I think he kept rolling 6-4, but this was 6-3, followed by my 6-4. A double 4. It's just going to hit. And then think about the final 4. It's probably going to be 5-1. Yeah. Six, 4, don't know. Probably make the 4. Probably every time I say the P word a lot. I think I would do this because I can't do much with my roll. This doesn't seem to achieve very much unless what? I think this is... Okay, he's just going to go... Okay, he just suddenly changes his mind. I'm not a fan of the sudden change of heart, but of course he just didn't know. I'm down in the race, so there's not much gain to coming out to the 14. I'm going to duplicate 3s. This is just going to be over now. Just made 2 points and pretty much over, I would have thought. Again, don't know what Neil's thinking about. I mean, I know you can hit that block there on the 18, but he shouldn't be distracted by it. This is just mandatory. If I just roll a 2, I still think I'm passing. Okay, this is unclear, but hitting back. Probably. So this, he must double. Okay, and I was probably taking. So he could just play 10 to 8 there, actually. Now, he hasn't doubled, so one of the things he wants to do is just keep the position nice and safe so he can double. I'm not saying this is right, because now I can make the anchor. So maybe he does need to do that, but it's just to be able to weigh those things up and be mindful that as white, you haven't doubled yet. And if you could create a position that would be a certain double next go, that you would try to do that. So 1-3. Now I don't think he can double. Now I've hit back, so he hits me on the 18, and I'm back in business basically. So it's a question of, do I make the 23 or not? I think why wouldn't I? I don't want to play 8 to 7 too much. I mean, a little bit I want to play 8 to 7. He could just not hit me. Well, maybe not. So I can just play 24-23, and he's got 4 blots. He's unlikely to safety all of them up. I don't know what my next port of call is. Am I going to leave the 23 or the 21? I'm not really playing a back game. I'm not really sure what I'm going to be doing next. And I'm not sure what he should do with this, actually. Because 2 of the checkers that I think he really wants to move are the guys on the 21, because they're the furthest back. But of course, that doesn't... I would think about just playing 21-9 twice. This leaves him primed. See, the difficulty for me is now my opponent... lots of opponents see this structure and will double me. Maybe not after I make the 5 point. But the problem for my opponent is he's got 2 checkers stacked back on the 21 point. So now I definitely just want to get out. I've got a decent enough board to withstand an attack if I leave the anchor. So if I roll a 5, I'm definitely hitting. 2-6. Yeah, it's kind of duplicated. So I just wanted to come out to the 15, but I don't think I can pass up hitting. Question is, can I play 13-7? Possibly. Possibly. I think so. Trying to go for the prime of myself. And now it gets difficult. Can I leave the anchor or not? If I don't leave the anchor, I might end up breaking. Okay, let's have a look. So what is it giving him? 4s and 3s, which is okay. So that will include like 2-1, 3-1, but then I get to hit back. If he rolls like a 6, then my plan is to stay on the 23 point and try and come out from the 21 and have some outfield control. I think this is the play. If I just do this, I could play 6-2. But he could just roll a 4 and a 3 and then he'll be in trouble. That's the thing. If he rolls a 6, though, am I dead? I mean, I'm worse off if he rolls a 6 and I haven't left the anchor. In this instance, I'm worse off but I might still just be able to leave the anchor. And so the idea, the logic is that I don't do what I don't need to do yet, because he might not roll above a 4. He could just roll 2-1, 3-1, but then I could roll 3-1, 2-1 after. So then maybe this is just unnecessary, and it gives him like 6-3, 6-5. Okay, this is a tricky one. Seems a bit better to go for this. Whether or not he should have doubled. Okay, so he does roll above the 4. Let's see what happens. Whether or not he should have doubled, I'm not sure. So if I roll up, I mean, I can still just play behind him. That's the thing. I probably don't want to leave the anchor now if I didn't leave it before. I mean, look at the swing. If he rolls 4-2 and I don't leave the anchor, I guess he can still play safe. Oops. See, what was my plan? What was my plan? Okay. I think he should be doubling. I mean, it's really uncomfortable. It's very uncomfortable.
Your opponent doubles.
Maybe I was just having to pass this whole time, you see. I don't know. Like, if he just comes around, and then what's going to happen? I'm just going to end up leaving the anchor. Maybe a 2-6 where I can come from the 23 is okay, but that's an exact 2-6, or maybe a 2-5, and I'm still not doing that well. So, yeah, maybe I just pass. Maybe. Just trying to run through some numbers in my head. But it's really what's going to happen. He's got his rolls aren't that important. What happens when I roll anything? Don't think it's looking very good for me. So even though he's like kind of
Drop.
leading by 1
Losing.
point, I think maybe he missed a
Illegal
cube.
move. Illegal move.
I think he missed a cube actually. Anyway, it was tricky. He should just double hit. He hasn't seen it. This I think is the 5. Okay, maybe the 2 is down, although I'm kind of semi-stripping the mid. If I play to the 16, my race lead isn't enough to try and run. But the problem with staying on the 18 is that he's got a better board than me. So now he'll hit and split with the 4. Easy to misclick. And then just split with the last. Okay, really, that? Not just safe. Definitely favourite. I'm not sure what. Just doesn't know what to. Okay, so he's got 3 blots. I'm 8 pips down though, and I'm 4-2 down. But I can roll 6-4. All you need is to look at some rolls that are going to be good, like 6-4, 6-2, double 2, double 4. So to me, even though 8 pips down,
You saw
this is a pretty clear double.
your opponent takes.
Okay, so now I'm just going to hit because I need to try and gammon him. I've got a better board. He's got those blocks hanging around, so that's one of his best. I'm still doing fine. I've still got the 8 point. I guess I'll make that. Okay, this, I don't know what that is. I didn't see anything that didn't make the 8 point, but maybe. No, this is just bad. Okay, you see sense. Not much choice with this. Have to get off the danger point, which is the 20 point. 4-3, he points on me. 5-4, fantastic, of course. 4-3, just plays safe. 6-3, don't play 4-1. So I am behind, and I've got an anchor. I can probably afford to make the 10 point. In fact, I don't really see an alternative. So let's do it. That makes the 1. That makes the bar. Now I think he just needs to play 13-8. Okay. Maybe. But at least it slots a point he wants to make. 4-3. I guess I probably don't want to break any of the prime, but there's no alternative. So do I break the 11 or the 10? Okay, the 11's not part of the prime. I didn't even see that. That's pretty bad. 2-1, great roll for Neil. 6-6 is a simplifier. I think I just come all the way around. I'm blocking him anyway. Can't do anything about double 5s. The race is a little bit, the count is a little bit inaccurate because of the wastage. My opponent's got a bunch of checkers on the 2 and the 1 point. What's going on? Okay, well, he had 2 of those were blocked. 1, 2, and then just that. I mean, won't take more time on that. So they should just come out and make the 6 point board. 5-4. Can't hit. And if he comes out, I can definitely lose the race, but I'm okay. I'm doing okay. Very, very glitchy offset. Why does that keep coming up? Okay, the classic 21-11. He makes the bar. I make the 5. Makes me a favourite, I think, even after his 6-5. Very happy to make the 21. He should make the 9. Definitely not the 5. Make the 9. Yeah. Okay, no better place for the checkers than this. Leaving blots, he doesn't hit, so he just plays 13-8, 6-2. Now, if normal play is just 13-5, I don't think I can do better. I'm behind a 4 prime. I don't really want to get hit, do I? Something about this seems a bit strange. I'm going to do it. The time is going to be an issue. Can he just make the 5 point now? Maybe. I don't think he will, though. I mean, what's his alternative? Just playing 8-3, which is weak. Coming up is possible. I think this is the play. And when you make the 5 as white, you know you should, or hopefully you can see that your opponent can't double, and that's a clue. Of course, I wouldn't double this either, but if you can improve your position and you can get away without being doubled, then that's a really good thing. Okay, so not much choice. That's 3 of them. And then I can just get another builder. I don't mind being hit because he's got 2 blots. Now, cube action, I don't think I can double from behind there, but he's got 2 blots. If I roll a 6, it's finished. So actually, what am I talking about? I can roll a 1-5. I can roll a double 1 and come up with one of them at least. So because of these blots, I think this is going to be a double.
You double.
And then I think Neil should take. So it looks like he's going to pass, actually. Because he's taken very quickly. He's made his take-pass decisions very quickly. When he's taken like not very much time. So the fact he's taking his time, I think there's a chance he will pass. I don't think it means he will definitely
Your
pass.
opponent drops.
Okay, he did.
Game.
I wouldn't have passed. So it's getting exciting. Double 1 is going to switch. Dan, gotta come out to the bar. The problem is I don't know with the Northern Irish from. I mean, there's lots of different accents. So am I gonna? I think I want to come out from the 14 to the 14 here. If I hit on the 18, there are lots of returns. So I know that he can now just make the 7 point with a 6, but at least I get a checker safe. So that's what my thinking is. I let him improve a little bit, but I get the I get one of those checkers free. Okay, that's an easy bar. And making me a big favourite. I think he just has to play 13-5, but he could think about 13-7, 8-6. And he's seeing all the right things here. The right things are thinking of Candarty. But he's got a funny. He's sort of from somewhere funny, isn't he? He's not really from tree because he says tree. The tree's gonna have to be there. And then I think if my opponent wants to use a 1 to make the 7 point, it behooves me. It will be good for me to be on the 23 because then I'll have direct sixes to escape. But if he rolls a 6, I'm in worse shape. Right now he just points on me, which is a bugger. And now he probably has to run. Okay, he does immediately, duplicating a 3 in some way. If I fan, I'm still taking. That's really good for him. He remakes the anchor. And then I think I can just try and get missed. I'm way up. So it's, whatever, 28 shots. But I can get missed. I can't really play 62. It's not an option. But, of course, getting hit here is really bad. You don't have that many returns. Your opponent gets to put a checker where he wants it. And now it gets a little bit uncomfortable. If I fan, probably still taking, but I don't like that. Giving yourself a chance to make the bar is really important. You don't have much play otherwise. You give yourself a good 6 or whatever it would be. Maybe not a 6, whatever it is. Like you give yourself a good 7, if this is the final position, you give yourself now where your checker's going to go. Okay. So there's the fan. I don't actually think this is quite a double, but nevertheless, I'm still not as comfortable as I was. It kind of doesn't make sense. If I know this isn't a double, then why am I uncomfortable? But therefore could be a double. 2-1, I think he's happy to make the 7. And then if he wants, play, 8 to 6. If I fan again, okay. Notice that Neil, of course it's normal, you get into a winning position, you take a lot of time. So 3-5, same, have to come out. If I stay there, I'm still under attack. So that's much clearer than the other. Okay. It's all a bit messy. Yeah, I couldn't work out. Now this is definitely a cube. I couldn't work out. So now it's 6 pips. Seven away, 6 away. I'm clearly very worried about 5-4, 4-3, 5-3, double 2, 5-4, 5-3, 4-3, double 2, 7, double 4, 8. Apart from that, am I worried? If he rolls 4-1, 2-1. Doesn't seem like you can pass this, but 6-5, make the 1 point. just lose a lot of gammons. A lot. So what's the deal? You just have to let yourself lose gammons. I guess you just have so many chances when those two men are behind the prime. Okay, that's the disaster. Maybe it is a big pass. I'm not dead, but so that coming in is great, but how good is it for my game? Not that good because he gets to hit me again. Definitely should play 8-6. So I lucked out. I could even play 5-1. So what does he need to hit me there? A 4. So I got super lucky and I'm still screwed. So it doesn't bode well. Now I probably have to play 3-1. Not sure. Otherwise it leaves a double shot. Okay. Yeah, I mean, this was very confusing, this cube. I don't understand. It felt like it was a standard take, but I don't understand why it would be. Anyone passing that? So I got 1 minute 23. Going to be some tricky numbers. I mean, I suppose 6s I'm not going to run. I'm not going to run. So I can pick it up, but okay. Just play the obvious. I mean, I think the reason I didn't pick it up was just because I can't have a third checker on the 1 point, but I could well get gammoned anyway. I'm not sure, again, why Neil is slowing down so much. 5-3 is better anyway. Again, getting super lucky. Again, that having that option of playing 5-1, but then it's possible actually. But this can possibly even win. So I'm going to do this. And now, okay, it would be ridiculous for me to win this. I feel like I should have. Should have passed. I mean, how could that have been a take if I got that lucky? If I got that lucky, it's really dithering about a bit. Shouldn't say it. There's a little bit of checker dithering. If I got that lucky, I don't know how it could be a take, actually. With this resultant position. Resultant, am I speaking words? Double two, he can just take two off from the 4 point. He won't. Or he might, but Neil, you are getting low on time. Nice play. Pick him up. Lovely. I could have made the 3 point. Probably actually should have done, because it's going to get gammoned anyway. This one, not sure about, because he's most likely going to gammon me anyway, but I have a preference at the moment for 2 off. It looks like it's an easy decision, 2 off. I've only got a 2 point ball with a block, but for me, playing 2 off the 5 completely locks the game up. Now you give shots immediately, but then you've also got the propensity of leaving shots. Now, do I need to come off? I don't think so. Now I can come off. And the ace, I don't know, could have played 10 to 9. It's just going to take 2 off because you can't leave 2 blocks. And just want to check, but I'm going to stay, am I not? Because unless he rolls... So double 2, double 3, double 4, double 5 has got 5 doubles, but double 1, 1, 2 is pretty good. So 6 doubles are pretty good. And then 5, 1, 5, 2. Okay, I've got 46 seconds. Backgammon is pretty valuable for him, though. Am I going crazy? I always get these wrong, actually, so maybe I should have just run. Maybe I should have run. That's a little naughty. Okay, so 6 away, 3 away with 36 seconds. The 1 is there. I suppose the 5 is down. That's lovely for him. Makes the 9. Can come to the 22, but I'm primed, so maybe I'm going to try something a bit funky like this. That makes the bar on my head. Yeah. Okay. So could this ever be a double? I don't think so. Okay, he's just... Okay. 3s. I don't think so. At this score. Hitting that one. And then getting it safe seems to be a better option than double hitting. I don't know. Now I can double. For sure. I mean, I know I'm 24 pips down, but I don't see an immediate pass, at least. It might be a pass. 25 seconds. Okay, he just passes. I don't know about that. Possibly. So 5 away, 3 away. Gonna run from the back without much certainty. 3-1 doesn't hit. Okay, but I think hitting is not terrible. Okay, nice if he doesn't. Okay. And then I think I have to do this. Or not. Am I going to double hit? Maybe. I shouldn't be double hitting. I don't know why. Just because time. But I saw the score and thought, okay, maybe I can just double hit. But this is not a good position to be in. I got blocks strewn around. I can't come out with the 4. I get lucky. Okay. But I've still got 3 blocks. 1, 2. Oops. Seems like this is the best play. It's a nice roll that just hits and comes down. Normal. Okay, I've still got a lot of work to do. I've got a crappy gappy board. 5-1 just hits again. Okay, that's playable, I suppose. He's still got the block. Okay, as long as he keeps me in the air, I've got nothing. I can't do anything. 1, 2, 3, 4. Could just cover 1, 2, 3. And this. Now I can double, but I think it's an easy take.
You double. Your opponent takes.
So 2 seems natural to try and get that horrible extra checker off. And I have to hit and leave a bunch of blots. Wow, he fans. Does this cover? Not that one. 1, 2, 3. And then probably making the bar. He's desperate for a 5. He gets one. I'm desperate for a 4, 5, 2 or please no 5. No 5. No 5, but nothing there. Okay, so am I just gonna keep them spread? Leaving a double 5, I know. No 5. Okay, so the fact that I kept them spread gives me that long ranger there. 5-1, that covers. I don't think there's any need to clear the bar too quickly. Okay, because he comes in. Okay. Still, I can't complain. He's on the bar. And it's looking pretty good. Come on, England. Wow, very lucky so far. Keep the tension.
New game.
Ooh. Okay, that was just lucky. I mean, so, okay, 6-2 hits. I make the anchor, though, which I'm very happy about. I think this plays 16, 11, 13, 9. Not really that much need to come up. Okay, he does. Ace is that, and then we're not going to play 7-2, so no, I don't think there's. Do I need to make the ace point? Maybe. I mean, for double 5, if he rolls double 5, then it's a huge gain for him. But this gets more coverage, more shots. Same kind of idea, just staying back. Strengthen the board. And I'm not sure how you should play this. I think So 10 to 4, 8, 7, 10 to 3 are definitely possible. This leaves, although it seems to leave minimum shots, it doesn't solve the problem. This can solve the problem. If I miss him and then he makes the 3-point, gives an extra landing spot. Okay, does that. He would have been hit. Now I think he's just going to be happy to make the 4. Keeps taking them back. That doesn't hit. I don't think I'm going to make it. Am I going to get punished? Well, yeah, yes and no. I can make it now, or I can just come in on the 2-point. If I'd made it, I wouldn't. Okay, no, I can't because he can make the 2-point. Okay, he continues to take back, which is just something that I struggle with. 5-2. Okay, so he's a big favourite. He can just play safe, I suppose. I'm going to be coming off the 20-point. Okay, he's leaving a shot. He's under severe time pressure. Okay, he gets away with it. Wow. He gets away with it. Okay, he's going to switch. He's still leaving 5-3, 4-3, 4-1. Hitting. And then just coming out from there, I suppose. I know I want to make the bar, but I don't want to give him a 2-1. Double 1 is not the best. 1, 2, 3. I think we just go for it. I'm not actually, maybe not. Maybe not. Make it naturally. Oh, not another double 1, double 3. I mean, 1, 2. I don't know why something tells me. Okay. Still a shot. It's indirect. The double 3 has really screwed me. I don't know why he did that one because he's further away from home. It's going to go to DMP, basically. Or could I win the race? There's a shot. There is a shot. Not going to hit it though, of course. 1, 2. I knew that. You just know. Almost with a roll for it. Almost. It's a 5-1, 6-1. I mean, looks like I can take this. I made the bar. I know he's on roll, but I don't know these ones. I must be a favourite. Okay, maybe not now after his 2-1, but he had some bad rolls. Okay, it's not going to make the anchor. I don't know why. I'll do that. I know it leaves a 5 or a 7, but perhaps he should make the 5 actually. He just makes a 17. So what do I need to do to proceed? This is fine. Again, strengthening the board. That's going to make the 3-point heavy. Actually, just play 11 to 6 with the last one, possibly. Not leaving a shot. I do kind of want to split, but I have no 5. So this is a shot. Probably. Actually not. So am I going to make the anchor with a 3? I don't think so. Oh, well, he does. He hits. Now I'm going to make the anchor. And now I get another shot. He's just going to play 8-2. Don't see anything but that. He can still squirm out of this. He's going to have to make this. I don't see anything but making that one. Okay, that's a fantastic roll. So squirming out is going to be less likely, but he's going to make the 23. And he can just come off that anchor if he wants with a 6 at some point. I think that's... Or he can just hit me like this. Oh, my God. So I don't know if he should double hit. I genuinely don't know. I quite like making the 11. And then ace-3, ace-2. If he wins this, wow. Okay, 6-3. I still feel good. I don't feel good. I don't feel good. Oh, I don't feel... I mean, I've got to be honest, don't feel that terrible. He's still got 3 checkers on the... one is coming. That's a certainty. Oh, my God. No. He's got to switch. He's not going to switch. Oh, he is. Okay. Now I don't feel very good at all. Blimey. You think you've won? I don't think I can win from here. Unless he leaves a shot. So there's a lot of tough... a lot of interesting stuff. Su1, can I get a shot here? I need him to roll a 1. Okay, that's just too good. Okay, yeah, let's just resign. I mean, well done to Neil. I mean, that was very well done.
You played on world class level.
Oh, wow. He played super well. And I didn't play that well. Okay, let's have a look. Excellent for Neil. Excellent. Let's have a... Let's try and get this up. See if this is going to work. Oh. That was an exceptionally well played match. Again, I didn't see... Okay. I didn't foresee such a good PR. Let's have a look at the actual decisions. That's what's more important. Just give a little bit of time for this to open. File. Stick around for some very exciting analysis, please. Okay, if it's going to open, it will do. It's just going to take a little bit of time. So this proves my point that when people play slowly and they think, they're going to play so much better. I'm very sure about that. Lots of people are not used to taking their time. There we go. My pleasure. But, okay. The stream is not finished, not by a country mile. Let's see. There were so many interesting things there. Here we are, game one. Started with 2 6 5s, and then I rolled a 3 1. I just give it a while. I'll give it like a couple of minutes. I'll be back just to settle down and do a little bit of analysis. Don't go away. I'll be back in a second. Lots of stuff to look at. Okay. Right. Um, that 2 1. I remember that 2 1. It's coming up in red. Neil's playing really. I mean, really. Come on, don't. Okay. Got another coffee here. Ah, come on. So I think I played well and just under time pressure, maybe, or maybe there's a big pass coming up, or maybe I don't think it's analysed. There were those. I might just let it. It's not letting me. Okay, it is. So we had a one-man back versus one-man back. I had this 4-1 where I felt it was clear to make the bar, and it was by a long way. 4-3, he came up. Did I think? I thought looking at it now, I thought he should come down. Okay, no, I didn't object. There were no barged objections to that play. With the 6-1, I spotted correctly that took a little bit too much time over stuff, actually. Spotted correctly that it was right to stay back and not risk too much. Now I could even just make the ace, it thinks, on 4-ply, but I chose to come out, which isn't a mistake. And then I thought he should just play 9-8, 8-6, which is what he did, but actually it's important to leave the checker on the 8 point so you can make it and create builders at the cost of being hit, of course. I fanned. He did miss a cube. Then what happened? Then he didn't cube this. I thought this was a double. I mean, surely. Very small no double on 4-ply. I don't quite get that. And then I should have taken. So I felt that this was a take. But then I looked at it again. I looked at the numbers. This is that standard thing where I'm looking at stuff. And I'm changing my mind. 5-3, I didn't hit back. What's going on? Double 1. Okay, he just made the point. It's just frozen a little bit. I don't know why. Actually, it's completely okay, no, it hasn't. Okay, it's when. This was when I managed to run the 2-back checkers in succession, so then 6-5 was great. This is now an easy kind of holding game. All these decisions are very minor. And yeah, I had this 6-3. I wonder whether this is right. Yes, it is right to leave the shots because it's such a gain, and then it's still not even a double. It's still not even a double. Bizarrely, I mean, I would definitely take. And I think I won this game. And Neil's PR is getting even lower. And mine is getting higher. So 3-5. Then I hit with this 3-2. That was a good decision. With the 5-1, I wasn't sure whether I thought he should come to the 18 maybe, but then I guess he can't leave shots. My 4-1 was nice. 4-2 slightly prefers coming out and hitting. Somehow I don't like that play. Anyway, he did, I remember this, 6-5, 4-2. I hit with the 5 here. Is that right? Yeah, it's absolutely. It would be a huge blunder to not have hit with the 5. And I definitely thought about not hitting. I'm very keen to see where my blunders were actually. Before, let's see. Because I've made some huge blunders. Where were they? And when we can come back. We can come back So I guess what I just wanted to maybe, yeah, this one. Okay, we can plus. This is not such a huge pass. My So I shouldn't make the 23. That is difficult for me. I'll flag that one. Just going forward to see where I blundered. My opponent did miss a cube here. I was a bit mystified by that. But I made all these, I had these very tricky plays here. That was a nice play with the 6-2 that I spotted. Then I didn't come out. It wouldn't have been terrible. And I didn't come out again. This, it says, is a no double. That is a surprise. Very nice pass by my opponent. I didn't see that at all. Yeah, this was a pass. Okay, not huge. It's going to get bigger on. So I didn't deserve to do anything. I should have played 13-9. So not only did I took and gave myself some tricky decisions, but that's par for the course. What did I should have? Not saving the gammon was like a huge blunder. The backgammon. Okay. That was the thing. That was the thing. So missing small cubes. It's red, but they're very small. Neil actually ended up taking. Okay, so we're a bit clearer about where the blunder was. Was not saving the backgammon. But Neil's still playing under 3. And so we can go back. We can go back to here. So what? Cubing, I said, yeah, we had this. Let me just stop flitting about. Let's go back. Let's start back here. I had this position. I hit with a 5. Luckily, my opponent took. Then I just hit. He comes back with a double 2. Then I can make the bar. That's an easy play. And I'm still in very good shape. Whatever. I managed to stack them all up there. I didn't see 10-6, 4-1 for Neil with that 4-3. 6-2, he makes a nice play coming out. I have to switch. This 3-6 was even between coming out to the 16 and doing this. Then I had this awful, gave me some really bad numbers, of which 3-1 was one of them. And then he made a lovely broken 4 prime, making the 9 point. And I've got some awkward numbers. I have to come out, and this is actually a cube. I think I might have cubed, even though I said, well, I don't think he's got a cube, but looking at it for longer, he's 26 pips up, and if he hits, I'm in a lot of trouble. Again, I didn't see this cube, but I've got this blot on the 1 point, which makes a difference. And yeah, it was like almost too good by that point. So we go on to the next game. Do we? Yeah, game 4. So 6-3, 6-4, double 4. He hits twice. Then I came in and came down, which is slightly double 3. I mean, I have to say, like, he took his time over this double three, which is why I thought that he wasn't playing that well. But yet, you never know. This he didn't double. I don't know why, but hitting was right with the 4-2. So he comes in with the 4, hits with the 2. Then I hit back, probably not a double anymore. And then this was that difficult game. So I should just play 6-5, which I kind of see now. But I think I was happy to play 24-23 because my opponent doesn't have the 8 points, so my 6s aren't blocked. But that's not good enough analysis. And then I could have come off the anchor here, actually. So hitting was right, but I found a nice play with 13-7 with the 6. And because backgammon's such a brutal game, you've got to give yourself some credit somewhere. Here, I wonder whether this looks like a difficult take because of the timing issues. So he didn't hit with the 4-1. It's this very small mistake, actually. It's really slowing down. Where's that bit gone? Oh, it's really struggling. If I can't get that window up. Oh no. Oh, come on. Okay, sorry, just closing windows. Hope you don't leave, because is that done? Okay, it's done. It's done. So 5-2 should run to the 16. Double 1, fantastic. And then I just thought this was a double. I mean, how bad can this be? I guess it can be bad. Just have a little XG roller plus. I mean, 9 away, 7 away. Very surprising that this is like 96 is quite a big margin. Why are you losing out so much by doubling? I really don't know. And plus sort of agrees that you are. How did the game proceed? I mean, I'm still doing fine. I got a very lucky 5-4. And then it was a pretty easy game. What did... Oh, he should have stayed on the... I don't blame him for running. I don't blame him. So 356 to 279. That is just, a very lovely PR for my opponent. Why is it just done that? Why? Why have you... Computer just turns off. I feel that part of my kind of highish PR was ridiculous, which I didn't know. This not staying. Okay, so he passed. Very nice. Very nice. Very nice. So 5-3, 3-2, 5-3, just splitting. He points on head. I come out. He's going to hit and make the anchor. Should have hit on the 18. He went for 13-7-8-6, and that's fine. That's fine. I should actually break the 8 point here and not come up. That's a tricky one. And then this one, yeah, I found it difficult to pass this. I had a struggle with this decision. It's going to get worse on plus plus as well. I can guarantee that. 6-1, I made this funny play. Okay, so I should just play 13-7-6-5. I kind of thought about it. Yeah, and he passed this, but actually it wasn't such a big pass. So even though I was surprised, it was fine. 3-2, 6-5. I ran from the wrong one, but tiny. I suppose. Oh, I don't know why. And then I ended up hitting. Actually, it wasn't too bad, but I got myself in a pickle. 11-7 is better than 13-9. 4-3, 4-2 hits back. I can see that this is a cube now. It's not a big cube, but it's still a cube. Then I hit and picked it up, and then I can certainly see taking here. I don't blame him for taking. And I think I played this okay under pressure. Actually, I've got to give myself some credit. You know, I'm streaming, I get low on time. I'm a little bit hard on myself because, I don't know. What was this one? 10-5-9-8. Okay, yeah, that was a bit wrong. And then I ended up... So all easy after that. Winning a G. (6-3). Slightly favors making the 24. Okay, but now staying back. Yeah, I like 10-4, 8-7, or 10-3. Trying to solve the problem of leaving shots later. Yeah, I didn't see this at the time, but I don't see why he should make the 2 point from the 8 point. So I should put woodchecker on the 6 point. I was very low on time, so now I shouldn't leave shots. I took. I am a favorite. So he didn't make the anchor. I made the 5. It was looking pretty good for me, but actually I'm only a 73% favorite. 6-6, fantastic. Slightly inaccurate switch there, and then that was it. That was it. Okay, so that's first match down, 1-0 to Ireland. Thank you guys for watching, and see you for the next Ireland stream. Bye.